One common way of remembering all of the verbs, or a good number of the verbs, that we use with être instead of avoir in the passé composé is the acronym Dr. Mrs. Van der Tramp. In this acronym, each letter represents a verb, and each verb is a verb we use être with in the passé composé instead of avoir. For now, let's look at some examples of sentences where we use être and the past participle to speak in the past tense. For a sentence like Il part à 3 heures, he's leaving at 3 o'clock, we can make this the past tense using the passé composé. We get Il est parti à 3 heures. It's the same sentence, but now it means he left at 3 o'clock instead of he is leaving at 3 o'clock. All we did was change the verb from part, meaning leaves or is leaving, to est, être, for the third person singular, and parti, left, the past participle of partir. So we get Il est parti à 3 heures. He left at 3 o'clock. Let's look at some more examples. Nous sommes allés au cinéma. We went to the cinema. In this case, aller, the past participle of aller, meaning went, takes an S at the end. This is because the subject, nous, is plural. If the subject is all women, it'll take an ES at the end. But in this case, let's assume that the subject is all men or is a mixed group, in which case it will take only an S at the end. Here also, because aller begins with an A, we get liaison between the S of sommes and the A of aller. So the final S of sommes is pronounced. So we get Nous sommes allés au cinéma. We went to the cinema. In a sentence where the subject is female and singular, we can get Elle est rentrée hier soir. She came back last night. In this case, rentrer, meaning to go back in, takes an E at the end of the past participle, rentrer. Rentrer, meaning to go back in, is a common way of saying to go home, or to go back. So when we say Elle est rentrée hier soir, we mean she went back last night, or she went home last night. If the subject is feminine and plural, we put an ES at the end of the past participle. So we can get a sentence like Les dindes sont mortes. The turkeys, les dindes, sont mortes, are dead, or died. In this case, the past participle, mort, M-O-R-T, has an ES at the end. Normally, the T of mort is not pronounced if it's masculine, either singular or plural, and doesn't have an E at the end. But when it's feminine with an E at the end, and in this case an S also because it's plural, dinde, we get morte with the T pronounced. So we get les dindes, the turkeys, feminine plural, sont mortes. Les dindes sont mortes. The turkeys died. C'est tout.